What are the advantages of using ebooks versus reading an actual physical book? So, first of all, they're accessible anywhere. You don't have to go into a bookstore or into a library or travel about to get access to these books. You can just access them from your devices. They have adjustable text sizes, so there's an element to them which is a bit more accessible because you can change how big or small text sizes are. Same goes for adjustable brightness, making the screen darker or brighter and not straining your eyes. It keeps your page so you don't have to dog ear your page or worry about a bookmark slipping out because it always keeps where you were in the book. It's easy to turn pages with just the flick of a finger. No pages getting stuck together and having to separate them. A lot of them also have read aloud features. So, if you get tired of reading, your eyes are getting strained, but you still want to continue on, you can use text readers to continue to have them just read aloud to you. They're environmentally friendly, right? You're not using a ton of paper because they are digital. They're affordable. Many are free, and sometimes they're cheaper than physical copies of books because, again, it's just a digital version of it. And a lot of them have features where you can search for words and phrases. So, say you're looking at a book that you've read before and you're looking for a specific quotation or passage that you want to revisit. It's super easy to do that because you can generally use a search feature to actually search through the text of the book, which obviously is not possible with a actual physical book. Now, we also have to look at some of the disadvantages of ebooks. Some books are going to be unavailable digitally. Not all books are available as ebooks, specifically sometimes older books or books that maybe are not as popular might not be ebooks. So that's one disadvantage. Books cannot be sold or given away. So if you're the type of person who loves to read a book and then pass it along to a friend or a family member and have them read it too, it lacks the nostalgia of having a paper book. Some people just really like that experience, and that's a totally fair reason to stick to real books. And authors can edit ebooks after publication. So when you have, say, like republishings of books where things might be corrected or edited, you have the original copy. That doesn't change in your original physical copy. However, if you have an ebook, those changes generally can be made to the book that you already own. So you can see this as an advantage or disadvantage, maybe an advantage in a research book where new research elements are added, so things are adjusted. Maybe a disadvantage when it comes to, again, that maybe nostalgia element. All right, a few e-reading applications just to give you an idea of what's out there in terms of access points. So first of all, we have Apple Books. Then we have Kindle Books, we have Libby, and Google Play Books. So first, talking about Apple Books. Apple Books is going to be pre-installed Apple device book option. So if you have a Mac computer, an iPhone, or an iPad, this application is pre-downloaded on your device, and it's only available on Apple devices. They do have many free books. Often these are older books that are beyond copyright. So a lot of like Shakespeare and stuff like that, maybe older plays, older text. You can enable the things like voiceover using Apple's built-in accessibility features that they already have. And then they do have audiobooks on here too. So not only is ebooks, but they also will sell audiobooks. They have about 5 million titles available for download. That being said, Apple Books, you usually pay per title. So you're not getting free access to books. But if you want to use this method, you can use it and buy books. Again, this is the pre-downloaded book reading app on your iPhone, iPad, or Mac computer. So it's what you already have, and it's a good option if you're someone who wants to, buy those books. Now, the next one we have is Google Play Books, and this is the equivalent of Apple Books, but on Android devices. But not only is it available on Android devices, you can download this application on Apple devices. So though on all Android devices, that's smartphones and tablets like Samsung, LG, Lenovo, though it's pre-downloaded on there, this is going to be like your native ebook, audiobook reading app. You can download it on Apple devices. It's accessible there. This is accessible on computers as well through the internet browser. So not as a downloadable app, in fact, but to go to the Google Play website, and then you can access all the same titles from there. So again, available across devices and across operating systems. Just like Apple Books, there are many free books. Often these are going to be older titles, ones that are out of their copyright and stuff. so you can access those. It does come with book narration, so they can read books aloud. That is built into the functionality of this app. So again, a great accessibility feature there. They have around the same amount of books that Apple Books does, about 5 million books available for download. And this is a pay per title kind of situation. And they should also have audiobooks on here as well for download. You're using another app, a title isn't available, maybe using a library version of this app on hold, and you do want to buy a digital version of a book. This is an option specifically if you're on an Android device, doesn't require you to download any new application. It's already installed on there. Now, Kindle Books is available across platforms, so on Apple and Android devices, as well as on computers, regardless of their operating system. Also has many free books, probably going to be some older titles. This is the ebook application whole ecosystem that's owned by Amazon. So if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you may have a couple other extra free books available through that. So there's a connectivity of that ecosystem. If you're already like an Amazon user, this might be a bit more accessible because it just ties into your pre-existing Amazon account in terms of purchasing books, subscribing to things and stuff like that. It has a lot of books and has the option to do narration as well. They also have audiobooks on here, I believe, and they have over 6 million books available for download. So they have a slightly larger library than Apple or Google Books does, since this is, kind of the original purpose of Amazon in the first place was selling books. Kindle is a bit ahead of the game in terms of what they have access to versus Apple and Google. This is also attached to Audible. So you may have heard of Audible. Audible is an audiobook specific app, and this is owned by Amazon. So it's again kind of in that sphere. These things are all connected. I think get access to some free stuff through part of a Prime subscription, but also you could tie in a subscription to something like Audible, which generally works more on a subscription model rather than a pay per title model to an Amazon account. If you're already in that ecosystem, you like it, you've used it, you feel comfortable with it, this is an option when it comes to buying or paying for ebooks and audiobooks. Available on Apple and Android devices. You can get one audiobook per month with one extra within recommended selection for books with their base level subscription model. You can get access to a lot of deals and discounts a lot of the time. They have over 200,000 audiobooks available for download. And it's really easy generally to switch between listening and reading a book by itself in Kindle Books. So, if you have the audiobook and the ebook option, really easy to kind of jump back and forth between reading and listening. So something then to consider too with that. Now, my favorite app to access ebooks on is a great app. It's called Libby. So some apps connect with your library account and let you read for free. Libby is one such app. It's the best one in my opinion in terms of accessing library books. And Libby is available for download on all smartphones, tablets, so available across the board. And it's also available on computers via their website. It's called Libby. It's by a company called Overdrive. So if you either search Libby or Overdrive on a computer on the internet browser, you should be able to find it. But this is a great app. Basically, how it works is you connect it with your library card. It connects you to your library systems. It does work like a regular library. So books there's a certain limit to how many books can be lent out. So you might have to put holds on books, right? There is a return by date. You only have a book for, however long you could take out a book from the regular library. So it works the exact same, just in digital format, but it's on your tablet and on the go. Now, with any of these, you will have to download some of them. Obviously, I said that if you're on a Apple device, Apple Books is already on there. If you're on an Android device, Google Play Books is already on there. But if you're looking at Kindle or you're looking at Libby, you will have to download these apps, going to the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, or if you're looking for the computer version of these apps, the Windows Store, if you're on a Windows computer.